You know what stinks? There are so many things in the news, in politics, in entertainment, in the media, in life in general, that I'd like to comment on, but I only get to do one commentary a week. That's why we've come up with something new about things that make you say, "You're kidding me, right?" These are topics that deserve our attention, but not a full commentary. For instance, former National Security Advisor General Michael Flynn, who talked to the Russians before he was confirmed as National Security Advisor and assured everybody, including Vice President Mike Pence, that they didn't talk about sanctions. And then when pressed on the topic, said, "I don't remember if it came up or not." What are you, in fourth grade? You're kidding me, right? To talk to a Russian leader and not talk about sanctions is like talking to Colonel Sanders and not talking about chicken. When are politicians going to learn it's not the mistake, it's the cover-up that gets you in trouble? Speaking of stretching the truth, Donald Trump keeps saying that massive voter fraud cost him the popular vote and cost him the electoral vote in New Hampshire. You're kidding me, right? Leave it alone. You are president now. The election is over. And when you say things like that, you put your administration in the position of defending the indefensible.
The President of the United States is correct 100%.
Well, you just repeated that. You just made those declarations. But for the record, you have provided zero evidence that the president was the victim of massive voter fraud in New Hampshire. You have provided zero evidence.
Anyone who's worked in New Hampshire politics is familiar with that issue.
You have provided zero evidence that the president's claim that he would have won the popular vote if 3 to 5 million illegal immigrants hadn't voted. Zero evidence for either one of those claims.
Well, it's
Thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
On another topic, why is George Stephanopoulos hosting a Sunday morning interview show and Good Morning America? You just saw him go after Trump spokesperson Stephen Miller. Now watch how he changes when he interviewed Barack Obama a few years ago.
You are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that has not
Christian
come
faith.
My Christian faith.
What? It's as if he's still working for the Democratic Party. You're kidding me, right? Remember, he was a key member of the Clinton team that helped get Bill Clinton elected. Then he lied to ABC Network about giving money to the Clinton Foundation, and he's constantly biased. Brian Williams must be saying, "You're kidding me, right?" Of course, Saturday Night Live has been having a field day with this stuff. They brought in Larry David to play Bernie Sanders. They brought in Melissa McCarthy to play Trump's spokesperson, Sean Spicer. They brought in Alec Baldwin to play Donald Trump. And they brought in past cast members, Darrell Hammond and Jason Sudeikis, to play Bill Clinton and Mitt Romney. Hey, Saturday Night Live, you're kidding me, right? When you have to keep bringing in past cast members and stars to make your show funny, that means your current cast stinks. Case in point, this skit that portrayed Trump spokesperson Kellyanne Conway as a stalker who would trade sex with CNN's Jake Tapper for airtime. You're kidding me, right? It was sexist, unfunny, and downright creepy. Speaking of creepy, this guy's a little bit creepy. Milo Yiannopoulos, the alt-right conservative commentator who writes for Breitbart. Now, he was scheduled to speak at Berkeley University in California, but this is what happened. Violent protests to keep Yiannopoulos from speaking. They called him a fascist. You're kidding me, right? You know what fascism is? Using violence to prevent free speech, you hypocritical idiots. You just made the guy you hate a hero of free speech. And finally, it's called the passing lane for a reason, and sometimes people do it across 3 or 4 lanes. It's like they think they're the Blue Angels or something. You're kidding me, right? You know it's actually against the law in most states, and I wish police would start enforcing it. The penalty? Take the driving test again. Wait, actually, that's a good idea for everybody. People should have to take the driving test again every 7 years. It would make more money for the state and make the roads safer. And it would make the idiot who made me late for work this morning move over to the right lane. You're kidding me, right? Oh, man, that felt good. We're going to have to do this more often. I'm Larry Menti. See you again next week.